Good morning, students. Today we have to discuss the different numericals based on the current electricity chapter. And this is the time to practice more and more questions and numericals also. First question, you just see it here. The find equivalent resistance. What are the tricks of finding the equivalent resistance of different complicated circuits? Question number one. In fast cases, actually, this arrangement is being done in the Hushton's bridge like 2 ohm, 4 ohm, 3 ohm, and 6 ohm. In between that, 1 ohm resistor is connected here. Whenever you are finding this type of circuit, you just look on the arrangement of the resistances. Arrangement of the resistances. First you have to think either it is following the balanced condition of Hushton bridge or not. So that is, if you find the ratio P by Q, because balance condition of Hushton's bridge is condition equal to P by Q equal to R by S. So either it is following that condition or 2 by 4 is equal to 1 by 2, and 3 by 6 equal to the 1 by 2. So 2 by 4 is equal to 3 by 6, means it is following the balanced condition of Hushton's bridge. So in between that, across 1 ohm resistance, no current will flow it, because in balanced condition, the galvanometer shows no deflection, means current doesn't flow. So current will not pass through this 1 ohm, means this resistance will be rejected in this case. So simply you have to finding this 4 ohm and 6 ohm both are in the series. The net resistance of this will be equal to 4 and 6 equal to 10 ohm, and that is the net resistance of this group equal to 5 ohm, and this 10 ohm and 5 ohm both are connected in parallel. So net resistance you are finding, net resistance equal to 10 into 5 by 10 plus 5, 10 into 5 by 10 plus 5, that is equal to 50 upon 15. So this is 5, 3, 5, 10, and equivalent resistance equal to 10 by 3. Equivalent resistance is 10 by 3 ohm. Just we have to look at, because all these are being arranged in form of the Hushton's bridge. Either the Hushton's bridge is balanced condition or not. So it is a balanced condition. So immediately you are finding the net equivalent resistance equal to 10 by 3. Another case, second case, you look on these cases, what is happening? Here the 5 ohm resistance is there, 10 ohm resistance is there, and here also 10, and this is 5, and in between that is 5 ohm resistance is connected. So this is not the balanced condition, because 5 upon 10, that is equal to 1 by 2. This is the 10 upon 5, that is equal to 2. So P by Q is not equal to R by S. This is not following P by Q is not equal to R upon S. So it is not a balanced condition of Hushton's bridge. So it is unbalanced Hushton's bridge. That is unbalanced Hushton's bridge. This case is the unbalanced Hushton's bridge. So how to find out the equivalent resistance in case of the unbalanced Hushton's bridge? And in case of unbalanced Hushton's bridge, in between where the galvanometer normally disconnected, that shows the deflection, means the current will pass through this 5 ohm resistor. The current will pass through this 5 ohm resistor. In this case, we have to follow the KCL KVL rule. Kirchhoff's law you have to apply it. Suppose if I am applying how the KVL to be applied here, this terminal voltage you take it as the A, and this is the take it as the B, and this is the C, and this is the D. First of all, whenever you are applying the KVL or KCL, so you have to first find out the current distribution. How the current is distributed. So suppose the current is entering I current, and in this section the current is I1, and in this section the current will be I minus I1. In this section the current will be I minus I1. And by symmetry condition, by symmetry, what happens here? 5 ohm resistance is here, 10 ohm resistance is here, and here 10 ohm and here 5 ohm. So automatically you can do the current which will be passing through this 5 ohm resistance, that is equal to I minus I1. So I minus I1 will be coming out this way, and across the 10 ohm resistance, because here the 10 ohm is I1, so I1 will be crossing this section. Clear? And what will be the current along this way? Because I1 is coming and I minus I1 is going away in this way. So according to the KCL at this point, what will be the current passing through the 5 ohm? So that is equal to I1 is entering into the C and I minus I1 is leaving the C. So this plus this equal to this. That means 2I1 minus I. So 2I1 minus I, because what happens here, this current plus this current must be equal to I1. So that is 2I1 minus I current will be passing through 5 ohm. So already you have done the current distribution. So now we have to consider the loop. For the loop A, C, B, if you start moving from here, A, C and B in this way, if you are moving. If you are moving along in this way, what is the potential difference between A and B? So VA minus VB, the potential difference, that is equal to VA minus VC, VA minus VC plus VC minus VD. CC gets cancelled, so VA minus VC minus VB. This is not VD, that is VB. VC minus VB. So what is VA minus VC? So VA minus VC across this portion. So this will be equal to current into resistance. Current equal to I1, resistance is 10 ohm, that is equal to 10 I1. Plus VC minus VD. The potential difference between these two equal to VC minus VD. So that is current equal to I minus I1. Resistance is 5. So 5 into I minus I1. And you are getting 5I1 plus 5I. 5I1 plus 5I. That is the equation number 1. Again, let us consider the loop A, C, D, V. I am moving along this way. A, C, D, V. So what will be the VA minus VB? So VA minus VB equals VA minus VC plus this portion of the voltage potential difference, and VC minus VD, VC minus VD, that is across this potential difference, and again VD minus VB, VD minus VB across this conductor, this resistor. So what will be the VA minus VC? VA minus VC equal to 10 I1, VC minus VD equal to 5, resistance is 5, 2I1 minus I, plus VD minus VB equal to 10 I1. If you solve this one, you are finding minus 5 I1 plus 10 I1 plus 10 I1 plus 10 I1, that is equal to 30 I1, equation number 2. So what is our target? From the equation 1, you are finding VA minus VB is 5 I1 plus 5I, and equation 2, VA minus VB equal to minus 5I plus 30 I1. So we have to eliminate I1 first. To eliminate I1, we have to multiply 6 here. So equation 1 multiplied with 6, that is equal to 6 VA minus VB, that is equal to, if you multiply 6, 30 I1 plus 30 I, and equation 2 is equal to VA minus VB, that is equal to minus 30 I1 minus 5I. If you subtract this is the minus, this is the minus, and this is the plus. You are finding 6 VA minus VB minus 1 VA minus VB, that is equal to 5 VA minus VB, and that is equal to this 30 I1 is cancelled, and remaining is the 35I. And you are finding VA minus VB upon I equal to 7 ohm. So what is that VA minus VB? VA minus VB is the potential difference maintained in between A and B across the whole circuit. That is the potential difference divided by the net current. Net current is entering I and leaving also I. The net current which is leaving, that is also I. And you are finding net voltage by net current, that is equal to net resistance, that is the 7 ohm. So this is the method of finding the equivalent resistance by using KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law, and Kirchhoff's current law also. So that is the net resistance of this complete circuit you are finding, that is 7 ohm. This is in case of the unbalanced Wheatstone's bridge. This is in the case of the unbalanced Wheatstone's bridge. If you solve it very quickly, if you want to solve very quickly this, you can apply the another method also. by the another method that you can tell it as the third method. That is for your competitive purposes, you can use this method directly by the delta star conversion method. Delta star conversion method, actually if you are finding apply the delta star conversion method easily and within a fraction of time we can calculate